as a
roundabout, there's an invisible manager.
There somehow you can't explain how it happens, but coordination occurs.
Yeah.
So it's as if there was somebody speaking to each ear of each driver, telling them exactly what to do at the right moment. And if you speed up, or
it looks like a dance, doesn't it? A choreographed dance.
So it's almost like, what's that phrase?
Or a shoal of fishes. They're the same, aren't they? But there's nobody telling the fish, turn left now, everybody.
That's right.
So in such a degree of order, what's the phrase they use? If you found a watch on the beach, it implies a watchmaker.
Yeah.
So looking at the degree of coordination you can see in a roundabout, it implies there must be some leadership and control.
Centralised leadership and control.
It implies there must be, because it's so well structured. Activities are so well structured. So we noticed this in our organisation when the activities that were taking place seemed well structured in pursuit of a certain goal, and that goal was overtime. And we said it's as if somebody's coordinating that.
So there's an invisible good manager for the roundabout. There's an invisible bad manager when it comes to, funnily enough, everybody needs overtime.
Yeah, but wait a minute. But you choose good and bad. But from the individual's point of view, overtime's good.
Oh yeah, for them it's an invisible good.
Yeah, so who's it bad for?
Again, looking through that toilet roll, aren't we?
Yeah.
One piece of looking at the chessboard through one toilet roll, you can only see a little corner of the board.
Yeah.
And there's advantage and disadvantage to each strategy in that corner.
So even in a massively dysfunctional company, there's an invisible manager.
Absolutely.
Somehow, like a group soul or something that does it.
Yeah, and it occurs in each and every little corner of the business. It doesn't happen. It coordinates together and amalgamates into the status quo that's incredibly resilient. You can push a big business into all sorts of troubles, and it kind of does its best to stay the same.
So does that mean that you've got the invisible manager and you've also got the actual managers?
Yes.
Who are often fighting against it.
They are fighting
so
for
they're
resources.
trying to cut the amount of overtime.
Yep.
And the invisible manager is going, no, let's increase it again.
Yeah.
Or
what we
whatever.
noticed was this whole pendulum thing.
Yeah.
The invisible manager is the fulcrum, and it's where it naturally lies.
And I'm the real manager trying to push the...
Because optimal for the business is over here.
Yes.
And all we said was, as we started to explore this between us, because we got very stuck, what on earth was going on, and then we started to piece together all these little clues we had, and eventually we realised that what we had to do was remove the fulcrum. So we asked ourselves, what are these people adapting to? What are the rules of their corner of the chessboard?
Yeah.
What are they adapting to that makes the sweet spot just here and not where we want it? Well, that took us down a very long road. But ultimately, we came to the conclusion it's not in the activities of the organisation, it's in the rules of the organisation.
So it didn't... the solution wasn't in the organisation. It was working on the organisation. That sounds a bit strange. In other words, you had to...
I get it. Working on it rather than working in it.
Fantastic. So you had to become an aircraft designer rather than a pilot.
Yes.
Because the solution didn't lie at the level
and
of the pilot.
it's in the rules, but it's in the invisible rules often, not the real rules, but there are invisible rules they have, like, for example, work more slowly if you're short of work.
Yeah. Or just
something
something
like
else to do.
Yeah.